Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful headband. This is what the stitch looks like. It's very, very pretty and it has a great effect to it. I really love it. It's a 2-row repeat and on the end I sewed on the X twist. And now I will show you what we need and how to crochet this beautiful headband. Today I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. You also need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, and your selected yarn. This one is Bernat Super Value. It's 100% acrylic yarn. Of course, you can use any yarn you would like and the recommended hook size. And now let's get started. We will start with a slip knot. And for my headband, I'm going to crochet 16 chains. You don't have to watch out for anything, just keep crocheting until it's wide enough for your headband. And like I said, I'm going to crochet 16 chains. I just finished my 16 chains and now we will need to insert our hook into the second stitch. So here's the first and here is the second. So insert into the second stitch, grab the yarn, pull up and work one single crochet. Now we will start with the stitch and we will always need the loop on the left. So you can see we have 2 loops here in the front and just insert into the left one. So we will insert through the left loop, go into the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up. We have 3 loops on the loop, on the hook, grab the yarn and pull through all 3. Now again, you can see we have 3 loops here in the front, 1, 2, and 3. We will insert into the left one, go into the next stitch, grab the yarn. We have 3 loops on the hook and go through all 3 loops. And again, you can see we have 1, 2, and 3. Go through the very left one, go into the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And this is our repeat for our first row. We have a total of 2 rows that we will be repeating through this whole pattern. So just keep doing this until you reach your last stitch. Now I'm almost here to the end and I will go through the left loop, insert into the last stitch, grab the yarn, pull up and go through all 3 loops. And we just finished our first row. For our second row, we will chain 1 and turn the work around. Now we will be working with the crochet hook from the back to the front. So not as usual from the front to the back, but from the back to the front. And the best way to see where you have to insert is when you look here to the front, you can see there is a V. Also, when you flip it this way, you can see there is a V right there too. So all we are going to do is, for the very first stitch, we always start with a single crochet. So we will go from the back through. And now you can see this V is laying on top of our hook. And also there is a V right there. So we have 1, 2, and 3 loops. So grab the yarn from the front, pull it to the back, We have 2 loops on the hook. Now grab the yarn and pull through both loops. This was our first single crochet. Now if you turn the work towards you, you can see we have again 2 loops. Here is the right one and here is the left one, and we'll be always working through the left. So go through the left. Now go through the next stitch like I showed you. So here we have a V, and we will go right in the middle here. So from the back we will insert under the V right there, grab the yarn, pull to the front. We have 3 loops on the hook, and now grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. I know this row is a little bit more complicated, but once you get the hang out of it, it works up really fast. So again, we will turn our work. We will go through the very left loop. I will show you like this. So through this loop right here, we will go through the next stitch. Now we are under the V. You will grab the yarn, pull to the front, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And again, flip it, go through the left loop, go through the next stitch, right under the V, grab the yarn, pull to the front. We have 3 loops, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. Again, through this loop on the left in the back. Now insert through the next stitch, right here, grab the yarn, pull up, grab the yarn and go through all 3 loops. And this is our repeat. So always through the left loop, go from the back to the front, through the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull through. And just keep repeating this until you reach your last stitch. I'm here at the end, and if we turn our work a little bit, you can see we have a V right here. And this is our border stitch. So what we are going to do is again, grab the very left loop, go through the last stitch right here. Just make sure you always have the 2 loops on the hook. Grab the yarn, pull to the front, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And we just finished our second row. Now we will repeat row 1. So we will always chain 1 and turn the work around. And when you see the front, the pretty pattern, pretty stitch, we will always work from the front to the back. So we will insert our hook through this stitch. Like you can see, we have 3 loops here, 1, 2, and 3. Grab the yarn and pull up and work a normal single crochet. Now again, we will grab the left loop, and here you can see it a little bit better. We have to go straight through the middle here. And when we insert through here, we can see we have 1, 2, and 3 loops. So this is how we always gonna insert the next stitch. So I show you again, grab the left loop, go into the next stitch, through the middle, grab the yarn, pull up and go through all 3 loops. And again, we have 1, 2, 3 loops here. We will insert through the left one, go into the next stitch, right through here, grab the yarn, pull up, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. Again, through the left loop, through the middle, grab the yarn, pull up, and go through all 3 loops. This first row repeat is really easy, but I know the second one could be a little bit tricky on the beginning, but you can do it. Once you get the hang out of it, it's actually really easy. So just keep repeating this, the very left loop, go through the next stitch, through the middle, pull up and go through all 3 loops. And just keep repeating this until you reach your last stitch. So I'm almost to the end, and you can see we want a really straight edge, of course. So again, go through the left loop. And now it's important for the border stitch that you get through the very last stitch here, and we have 2 loops at the end. So grab the yarn, pull through the last loop like this, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And we just finished our repeat for the first row. Now again, chain 1 and turn the work around. And here we can see the back side, so we will always work from the back to the front. And we always start our first stitch with a single crochet. So go from the back through the very first stitch, like I showed you. Make sure you have the V on top of the crochet hook. Grab the yarn to the front, grab the yarn and pull through both loops. Now flip it to the front, grab the loop on the very left side, go into the next stitch. Again, you can see we have the V on top, grab the yarn, pull up, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. And again, it's really hard to show you here on the camera, through the very left loop, then go through the next stitch, grab the yarn and pull up. And these are the 2 rows we will be repeating until we have the length we need for our headband. So again, through the left loop, through the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up and go through all 3 loops. Again, through the left loop, through the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up, grab the yarn and go through all 3 loops. And just keep repeating this until you reach your last stitch. I just reached the end. We have 1 stitch left, and again go through the left loop, insert from the back to the front through the last stitch, grab the yarn, pull up, grab the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. Now chain 1 and turn your work around. And once we see the front, here the very nice stitch, we'll be working from the front just like I showed you. So we will start with a single crochet, now left loop, next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up and go through all 3 loops. And just keep repeating those 2 rows until you have the desired length you need for your headband. Just make sure it fits perfectly around your head, not too tight and not too loose. So I will be repeating those 2 rows and I will see you back once I have the length I need for my headband. So I repeated those 2 rows and this is what it looks like. And I measured it. I have 21.65 inches. It's long and 3.74 inches wide. So this fits me perfectly. Like I said, just try it on, make sure it's not too loose and not too tight. And now I will show you how to finish off and how to make the twist. Now I will show you how to finish off. All you have to do is grab the yarn, chain 1, pull tight, and leave a little bit of a longer yarn tail because we're going to need it to sew our twist. So cut the yarn, grab your hook, pull the yarn all the way through and pull tight. Now it's all nice and secure. Now let's grab the darning needle and we will sew in the yarn end. So I'm going to sew it in on the back side of my headband, and I will just go through some stitches. And pull through. Then I always like to go in the opposite direction. Also through some stitches. Until you have the feeling that your yarn end is sewn in and all nice and secure. So I will go through the opposite side one more time. And now I can cut the yarn. Now it's time to do the twist, and I sped it up a little bit. So grab your darning needle and lay your piece with the nice side on top, and here is our back side. Now grab the left side, fold it in half, grab the right side, fold it in half. You can also make a normal twist where you hold just like this and sew together, but I want to do the X twist. So fold both sides just like this, insert and leave on the left side and on the right side a little bit of room. So just like this. And now we can start sewing the middle piece together where we have the 4 layers, and we will leave the left side and the right side open. So just go through 4 layers and pull tight. Just take your time, go back and forth. Just like I said, make sure you always catch all 4 layers. Just like that. And those 2 sides we will leave open. Once you're done, you can see we have the left side and the right side open. We will turn our work. Fold those pieces together. I will show you one more time. This is the way we were sewing. Now we will turn and fold the 2 openings together, just like this. And now we will sew those 2 sides closed. So just like this. It only takes a few stitches, so take your time. Make sure it's all nice and secure. Now to make sure, I will go back one more time to make sure it's not going to open up. And this is all we have to do to get our beautiful X twist. Once you're done, all we have to do is turn our work around. I'm going to double check before I cut my yarn. So this is the way I want it to look. Like you can see, we have an X form. It's really hard to see on the camera, but you see it on the picture. So now since it's done, all I'm going to do is to finish off. So I'm going to turn it back inside out, and I will secure it with a knot. So go through a stitch, leave a loop, pull through the loop, and pull tight. This creates a knot. And I will do this one more time. So again, go through a stitch, pull through, leave a loop, go through the loop, and pull tight. And now I will go through some stitches to hide the yarn, and I can cut the yarn. I always like to go, excuse me, in the opposite direction. Just like this, and one more time just to make sure. Now grab your scissors and cut the yarn. Turn it to the right side and we are done. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make this beautiful headband. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time crocheting and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.